Okay, so I'm doing Riddle School 4 because apparently it's short. So let's start the game. Okay. What is it doing? What just happened? Is this our school? Are we in a digital world now? What happened? Okay, that was just the intro. Phil is me. Oh, okay, so am I dying? Well, rip me. Whoa, is that the end of the game? Oh, that was a really good game. Oh wait, no, there's more. Oh, so he was the original owner. Oh, so he told us. Lol, nobody cares. What is it? LOL. I beg to differ. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for the credits to end to see my time. Well, someone's named King Luigi. Okay, so the credits are ending. So let's see your time. Is there anything after this? So wait, is that just a random end? So wait. But then what's Riddle transfer? And there's a Riddle School 5. So I'm confused. Lol. It only took me 1.8 seconds. I'm so good at this. Real fun facts. Okay. So here's real fun facts. This is just info about the game. You can read it, but I'm not gonna bother. What special features? What happened to all the characters? Fred didn't really like school, but he thought it was wise to stay in the school anyway and make the best grades he could, while not doing very much. He grew up and took many effortless occupations, such as music conductor, substitute teacher, and abstract artist. One day he fell asleep face first in a vat of pink. You can guess what happened. Smiley. Smiley had a legitimately good life. She grew up with perfect 100s in every one of her classes and had a long-lasting career in biomedical sciences. She got married to the perfect man who just so happened to have a smiley face for a head just like her. They spent the rest of their days together, living happily in a treehouse in the beautiful forest. So Smiley was good. Zach was so determined not to be cold anymore that he bought a plane ticket to the tropics midway into his first year of college. Right above a volcanic island, the plane ran into a bad bit of turbulence and Zach ended up crashing through a window. He fell into an erupting volcano and froze to death. Richie dropped out of high school wishing he hadn't paid so much attention to collecting stuff. He was mugged in a dark alley and woke up trapped in a smelly dumpster. Nobody ever found him. 5 sold t-shirts online for a living, and his talent was eventually realized by a graphic design company. He made the mistake of asking for a slightly large sum of money, and the company ripped him off and sued him. What? He was put in jail? And he wasn't rich enough to sue him back. 808? Who's that? Oh, 5's dad. He's the janitor. Oh, it's the original one, the elementary one. So he needed a better paying job and became a garbage boy. He had so much fun he forgot that 5 existed. Middle school janitor. He was locked in his own closet in middle school. Not one day, not long before the school closed down, and was replaced with the new one. He ate his mop, drank his dirty mop water, and nibbled on his hat as he was stuck in the darkness of the closet. The last sound he ever heard was the sound of a wrecking ball smashing the walls. The janitor in Riddle School 3. He claimed he could hear a pipe problem for a mile away, and that was true. His ability to hear toilet clogs gave him a television show reputation, and it was canceled after 2 years because it was realized nobody had ears. Furious, the janitor left off the bridge. No! That guy was, he was a person. Mr. Kim? He was the one... Oh wait, was he the original one who was in the weird class of death for the bad people? Wait, he never drank anything? Well, oh, this is the coffee one. She told Mr. Kim that all of the world's water was drinkable, but she realized she only drank coffee and wasn't really sure how much straight up water was drinkable. So she went to the beach and drank as much as she possibly could. That resulted, yay! The screen, she once drank 99 cups of coffee, and on the 100th cup she died of caffeine overdose. Well, that's not good. The Riddle School 1 teacher once screamed at students so loudly, the walls of the room collapsed around her, and she kind of just died. Mr. Oboe. He was getting ready to sit down one night at a school play about knights and horses. He was told before the show to hold a sword, which was one of the props. It wasn't a real sword, but ironically, he still died from it because the sword was made of allergy medicine, and Mr. Oboe was horribly allergic to that. Well, allergic to allergy medicine? Wow. Greg Sleep? Who's this? Oh, he's the one who was in the cafeteria. He realized how much he aged and just decided to move on, got a driver's license, and just had a wreck. A car wreck. Because he slept at the wheel. Wow. Mrs. Sleep got married and had Greg. Then she just walked off a cliff. Wow. Mr. Sum was a math teacher for his entire life. He was gardening on the roof of a building and was suddenly munched by a bear who ate him 30 minutes later. So he was just killed by a bear. Mr. Soggy, I like this guy. He just couldn't find his glasses, so went to get new glasses and couldn't see a car wreck. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Mr. Reed was reading a comic book, and he was reading the words, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but will never hurt me," when he got a nasty paper cut and lost every inch of blood in his body. I can't imagine that paper cut. Miss Flask invented a flying chair and discovered there's no air in space. I'm sorry, Mrs. Flask. You made a really good button machine. Miss Cal was a monkey hater and just decided to look for games on the internet, then found Riddle School 3, which he beat twice in a row. Then she was put in an insane asylum, whispering wildly something about a monkey doll curse. Lol, I did that. It just kinda said at the end you were possessed by a monkey doll or something, so yeah, I think that happened to her. Miss Oddverb. She was tired of people taking one look and thinking she was a guy, which I did. So she went berserk and set fire to a shoe store. She stole a small boat and sailed away from all civilization, never to be seen again? Where is she? Miss Moses? I don't remember her. She was at a bank robbery and took place? Oh no, she was at a bank and a robbery took place. And then she was told to get down on the ground. She said the ground was awfully dirty and it wouldn't be good for a new dress. So then she was shot multiple times and her dress was ruined. Oh no. Mr. Question. Mr. Question, former principal of Riddle Elementary School, was put in prison for life because he had physically beat a student's head in. Mr. Mister, counselor of Riddle Middle School, was robbed of all his possessions unexpectedly. Several weeks later after the event, Mr. knows he didn't have a house. He died of starvation right after that because he also apparently didn't know he had no food. Mr. Potato, he's the gaming guy. He discovered the magic of video games before Real School 3, and he just did that for the rest of his life. He died after beating Riddle School 3, and he's still holding his favorite video game controller. I think that's the one he was using. Joe? Who's Joe? He didn't make it to college. His grades were terrible. He thought to himself, you know, I wonder what gasoline tastes like. His will stated that he wanted to be cremated after his death. But his friends didn't know was that his stomach was full of gasoline, and it didn't mix too well with fire. Diz. Supposedly a foreign exchange student, Diz popped up into Railwood University a single time. That was this game. And after that, she just completely disappeared. Okay. Oh wait, wasn't there a poster that said Sweet Diz? Chub Munch. Oh yeah, he's a fat guy. He stopped eating after Real School 4 because he got too big. And she lived a century, and then he stopped eating because of metabolism. It's rumored that Earth's devastating earthquakes were caused by him trying to move. Miss Munch gave us the big pudding. That was a really good deal. She loved to serve food, but she shoved too much and didn't know what to do. She discussed her internal struggle with her husband, Mr. Munch, and he said she should just give all of Chub's food to him. She soon realized she had a terrible husband and divorced him, beating her son more than ever. Mr. Munch, devastated by his divorce, he devised a plan to take the life of every one of her friends and acquaintances. He realized he didn't know as much about his former wife as he thought he did, and the only person he could remember talking to is a kid named Phil Eggtree. He killed Phil and later died by overeating. Overeating, sorry. Phil, that's me. I only went to college because I figured it had to be better than elementary, middle, and high, but because it was local, he went there, and it was cheap, so he didn't really care, and first, he thought it was just like the others, but then he just kind of tried to escape and die. Okay, so yeah.